What's happening, Magnus Sites? Back with some more wild world news. So the first black president, they are trying to send him to prison. They're trying to send Obama to jail. Are we surprised at all? No, really though. I am really not sure what to make of this. See, I don't watch the news very much at all. One thing that I found that a lot of very happy people in life do is they do not watch the news very much, because the news always got something very depressing on the damn news. So I found this link by accident. It was in my feed and I wanted to check it out and see what's what, because I was in a customer's house the other day, and when I walked in, this shit was all over the news about him making this illegal swap and negotiating with terrorists. And we all know America does not negotiate with terrorists. So let's see what we can see here.
Congress 30 days notice. Was the prisoner swap itself legal? Our senior judicial analyst, Judge Andrew Napolitano, is with us on the Fox News deck. Was the swap itself, 5 of them for Bo Bergdahl, legal?
No. There are 2 legal problems with it, one of which you just discussed with Mike Emanuel. And the statute is actually stronger than Senator Feinstein has characterized it. The statute requiring the 30 days notice prohibits the use of taxpayer dollars or federal funds to pay for the removal of anybody from Gitmo if the Congress hasn't been given 30 days notice. So the first challenge to the government's behavior is that he unlawfully spent money to physically get these guys out of Gitmo and to Qatar.
But Congress couldn't have said no. He just had the obligation to notify them.
Correct.
Okay.
He signed into law the statute that said he's got to give the 30 days notice before he can spend the money.
Right.
And he did so. He criticized the law, but he signed it nevertheless. The other problem is far more, the other unlawful behavior is far more problematic for the president. And that is the argument that by releasing these guys into the theater of war in the Middle East, he has provided material assistance to a terrorist organization. Fact. The Taliban has been declared by the Congress and the President to be a non-state terrorist organization. Fact. Federal statute makes it a crime, punishable by 10 years in jail up to life in prison for materially aiding a terrorist organization. Fact. The courts have ruled any assistance knowingly and intentionally provided to a terrorist organization by an American makes that American liable for prosecution under this statute.
You're accusing the President of the United States of aiding and abetting the enemy.
Yes. Yes. It's pretty clear right there in the statute. There's no exception for the president's behavior. That's the Nixon argument. If the president does it, it's not illegal. This statute governs everybody.
Your first point was that he returned these combatants to the theater. He said yes. The president argues that he sent them to Qatar and that they'll be held in Qatar for a year.
That's the president's argument. When the president was questioned about this in Poland yesterday, he acknowledged it is probable that they either won't stay in Qatar for a year, or as soon as they leave Qatar, they will return to the theater that they once inhabited. 3 of them were intelligence officers.
All these dudes' mugshots look thorough too. They look like these motherfuckers do not play.
Interpretation?
Yes, of course it's a matter of.
So it's your interpretation that the President of the United States has broken the law and should be in prison?
Well, I don't know that he should be in prison. I don't know that anybody's going to prosecute him.
Right.
But it requires that somebody prosecute him.
I'm sure there's some people that definitely want to see him in prison.
But the Congress should be aware of the fact that this statute was arguably violated by the president. The bar for
aiding and abetting statute?
It's not aiding and abetting. That's different. It's providing material assistance to a terrorist organization, an organization that the Congress and this president have characterized as terrorist. And the assistance is human assets that he has returned to this organization.
But he makes the argument he didn't return them. He makes the argument that he sent them to a neutral place, but that he believes that they may do
a person is presumed to intend the natural and probable consequences of his behavior. Exactly. And the natural and probable consequences of his behavior is they're going to end up back with their colleagues at the Taliban.
So what you're saying is that in that you can't provide anything material like weapons or technology
or money.
You also can't provide any humans.
That's
in the way that
I will say in fairness to the president, the case has never been scrutinized by the courts because no one has made this challenge yet.
Because under the Constitution, the commander-in-chief can do what he wants in the way he sees fit with prisoners of war.
but he can't break a statute in the process. He can't spend money that's not been authorized, and he can't aid a terrorist organization. Look, if he had sent them to Qatar and they were going to stay in jail in Qatar, this argument wouldn't hold water. But because he said yesterday in Poland he knows they're eventually going to leave Qatar and go back to their colleagues in the Taliban, I think the argument should be explored about whether or not he materially assisted a terrorist organization by this bizarre prisoner swap.
You know,
Judge Napolitano, thank you, sir.
I just feel something big brewing because of this shit. And a lot of me actually doesn't really give a fuck. And the reason why I say I don't give a fuck is not because I don't care. Literally don't care. But it's, there's a whole lot of shit that I could go off and talk about right now. But my basic reason why is because the government and presidents and different people have been doing a whole lot of dirt anyway over the years. And this is just another one of the things they want to bring to light to do whatever. You know, I think something's going to happen because of this. Not sure exactly what, but I do. I do. Post your comments below my political magnet sites. Let me know what you think is going on. I'll definitely check out the comments. But as far as I'm concerned, just a big ass bunch of bullshit as usual with stuff that's going on in politics. Like I said, I could, and some of y'all know I've actually commented. Some of y'all know, I mean, there's different conspiracy theory shit we could talk about. There's so many. Man, I could talk to y'all for a long time about some of the stuff that I've read about. And whether I believe it or not really ain't relevant. But the stuff that I've read about, certain things, dots connect, certain things they don't really connect. Some dots, it seems like people are really trying to make them connect, but I don't know. So, 1 million subscribers. Woo!